right, you guys, so this is my 39th week of pregnancy, and we are currently in the baby's room here. Got the changing table set up. Still need to get the mirror done, and this cute little olive tree that we got on our baby shower from Amazon, which is so cute. So here's the bump, and I'm excited to give you guys an update. I know it's been a while. It's been a little crazy, you know, just kind of like getting work together and everything like that, getting my clients set up. But I really wanted to document this journey, and this might be my last video before I go into labor. So my due date is in 1 week and 3 days. So on the agenda for today, I'm basically going to go through some of the things that I've been doing to prep for labor. I'm going to go through a few points on my birth plan, and also show you some of the stuff that I've got in my hospital bag. So it's gonna be a pretty fun update. Things have been going pretty well. I recently had my OBGYN appointment. She said the baby's facing down, which is good. The only thing that has come up since I saw you guys last was that the baby was measuring fundal height a little small. And so they had me come in for a second ultrasound, and they found out that everything's fine. The baby is a little bit on the smaller side in the 29th percentile at the time, but everything was completely normal and healthy, and so they had no other concerns, but it did elicit a little bit of anxiety. I'm gonna start with some of the things that I've been doing to prep for labor. I'm actually really calm, which is kind of weird. Like, I was definitely pretty anxious about birth in my second trimester. Kind of as I was getting into the second trimester, I started to think about giving birth, and that's when I knew I really needed to work on my mindset. The number one thing that I've been doing is I've actually been watching a bunch of YouTube videos on unmedicated hospital births, because that is part of what my plan is, which is flexible. But it really helped me to just kind of actually see what was going on, especially seeing things that were happening to women's bodies. You know, if they were getting nauseous and throwing up, or whatever it was that was physically happening, was really helpful for me to visualize. In addition to that, I've also been reading a lot of positive birth stories. Ina May's Guide to Childbirth is an excellent resource. The first half of the book is basically all about positive birth stories. So going to bed, I had been basically just reading a story every night before I went to bed, which also helped with sleep, because it only left me at the end of the day having positive thoughts about thinking about my own birth experience. So that is the mental preparation that I've been doing. Lots of praying, reading the Bible, just focusing on other things that aren't birth has also been really helpful for my mental health, still being social and trying to just live my life and do all the other things that I can do in the meantime, and trying to enjoy the time before this baby comes and my life changes a lot, which has been really nice, and we're so excited. In terms of physical preparation, I've been doing lots of stretching. I've been doing my standard weightlifting. I've been feeling really good, really strong in the gym. I did hurt my ankle, which put me out of walking for 2 weeks. That was really mentally hard for me, because getting outside is one of the best things for my mental health. But I made it through the 2 weeks. My ankle's better now. So I've still been doing my daily walks with the dog. Also been working out at least 3 to 4 times per week, a combination of Pilates, weights, and then every evening I've typically been trying to do some foam rolling and stretching, doing a lot of hip openers, deep squat openers, things like that, to really help just open up my hips and get them ready for childbirth. Bailey just walked in. Bailey, come here. Come on up. We'll see if Bailey will come up. There she is. This little cutie. Look at how cute she is. Are you excited for the baby? She's sniffing around. So physically been feeling really good. No pain, no backaches or anything like that. And I really would fully attribute that to the amount of stretching and moving that I've been doing. It's been really helpful. So I don't know if that has been helping, but hopefully it is. And I'm very grateful that I'm not in a lot of pain or anything. There's a few other things that I have been doing, and there's some research behind some of them, including dates. So I've been eating 6 dates per day. There's a certain amount of grams that you're supposed to eat per day to help with labor. So there's some research that shows that it can help ease labor, make it less likely that you're gonna tear. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I love dates. And so I've been eating 6 of the little, I think it's the the Deglet ones, Deglet or Medjool, one's the smaller ones. Those smaller ones, I've been eating about 6 of those per day. I made like little protein bites with them from my cookbook, which has been really nice. But I've also just been eating them with sunflower seed butter, and they're so good. I don't know that I'm gonna get burned out on them because I've always really liked dates. The second thing that I've been doing, this was actually given to me by a friend who's a dietitian who also just recently gave birth. It's called Clariderm by Young Living. And this is a spray that you spray down there, and it's supposed to prep you for birth. I don't know if it works, but I've been using it. It smells really nice. And so if you want to give this a try, the brand is Young Living. And then the last thing that I've been doing that I've heard has been helpful for prepping for birth is focusing on raspberry leaf tea. When I first started raspberry leaf tea, my digestive system was like, whoa, this is like too much. So digestion has been so good lately. Bowel movements have been great. Seriously knock on wood, because it was like not the case in the first trimester. Bowel movements have been great, but raspberry leaf tea kind of stimulated things a little too much for me, which probably makes sense because it is helping to kind of like tone your uterus to get you ready for birth, and that can also impact the digestive organs there. So I can't do 3 cups a day, but I've been doing 1 cup per day every morning or afternoon. And I like it. I like herbal teas. The last thing that I've been doing is I've been collecting some colostrum. So if you want to look it up, you can look on YouTube or Google or talk to your midwife or OBGYN to decide if this is appropriate for you. Close to around 36 weeks, I started hand expressing some colostrum. And I know some people do this, some people don't do this, but for me, it was just like a nice peace of mind, a nice practice for hand expression, and something that I know that it'd be good to have on hand for the baby if they get sick. Or as my midwife said, it'd be good to have if for some reason the baby isn't able to latch at first when they first come out. It's just something that she said I could bring to the hospital in a cooler. They can keep it cold for me and we can use it if we need it. And if we don't, that's great too. So I bought these little 1 milliliter syringes on Amazon. I can link those below too. I've just been kind of holding a spoon here, using the syringe to pull it up. I've probably only done it like a handful of times. It's just like a nice thing for me to have on hand, and will also be a great source of nutrients, as colostrum is, if the baby gets sick in the future. So those are kind of the biggest physical things that I've been doing. I've been moving my body. I've been doing the raspberry leaf tea. I've been doing the dates. I've been stretching, foam rolling, really prioritizing sleep. Sleep has actually been really good. I'm still wearing my Whoop. Had to give this a break in the first and some of the second trimester. My recovery has been awesome, and it's super interesting because I just recently saw a post from Whoop about how they followed women in pregnancy and how the heart rate variability continually started to climb in the 3rd trimester, I think around 33 weeks or so, up until they gave birth. And mine has been like around 60, 65, which is super high for me. So I'm interested to see kind of what continues to happen up until I go into labor. So sleep has been really good. Digestion's been really good. Dietary wise, diversity, I'm able to tolerate pretty much all foods, less cravings for like the spicy foods or only having cold foods or things like that, which is great. It's nice to be able to enjoy kind of some of the standard things that I was eating prior, and think like right now, really, it's just kind of about having a little bit more fullness. So sometimes I'll like lay down or sit down after a meal and realize that I'm still hungry because I physically can't feel it with all the extra stuff going on down there. So other than that, appetite's been really good. No nausea, no digestive issues. I would say overall things are going really well. So as I mentioned, our goal is to go in and have an unmedicated hospital birth. One of the things that I've heard from everybody, and I am fully on board for, is being flexible within your birth plan. And so we have a plan, but we're open to alternatives. I'm open to getting an epidural. I'm open to having interventions if they are necessary. But my plan going into it is to go in unmedicated, no epidural, and my midwife will be the one supporting me through that. We do not know the gender. We're really excited. That's going to be a nice element of surprise on the actual day of. And there are some things in our birth plan that I was going to share with you. One of them being we're doing delayed cord clamping. That is beneficial for delivering nutrients back to the baby and improving blood flow supply. I also have a list of things that I'm going to be doing for pain management during labor. Things like having a comb in your hand, putting the lights down really low, using a birthing ball. They also have water therapy, so they have showers. Some of the rooms have tubs, and I'm hoping that I will be lucky enough to get one of those. Essential oils. I think I have, so here are the combs. So I've got some of the combs here. So the idea is that when you're having contractions, you just kind of have some, basically something else to kind of distract you. And then Jordan and I have been practicing like counter pressure poses. I've got some essential oils like lavender. My midwife also suggested peppermint as being a really good one too. And then for other pain management techniques, just really focusing on breath work. I've looked up some really cool hypnobirthing things on Spotify that have been helpful. I actually did one of the meditations at bed the other night, and I fell asleep in the middle of it, which is big for me because that doesn't usually happen. So those are just some of the things that I'm planning to use as tools for pain management. One of the things about having a hospital birth is that you typically aren't allowed to eat anything during labor. And I told my midwife that I plan to bring like dried fruits and some applesauce and things like that. And she basically told me that as long as I don't tell anybody, it's fine, which sounds great to me because as a dietitian and someone who knows that birth is literally like running a marathon, I want to be properly fueled and make sure that I have the energy to be able to do what my body needs to do. So I will be showing you guys some of the snacks that I'm bringing as well. So let's get into the fun stuff with the hospital bag. Starting with, these are the signs that my friend Carly made for us. She is the CEO and owner of Mid-July Designs. And because we don't know the gender, she was so sweet to make us 2 signs. We've got these 2 signs that we're bringing with us that we'll use depending on whether we have a little boy or a little girl. I've got some outfits, which I can link. This one is actually inside out, but you'll get the gist. So this is what I got on Amazon, and instead of wearing a hospital gown. So it is super lightweight. What I love about this is it really does a good job at opening here so that you can get skin to skin with the baby right away. And I think it was, I can't say, I don't think it was any more than $30 on Amazon. Very soft and comfortable. I also got these bras from TJ Maxx because I have a bunch of nursing bras, but I just don't love all of them. These just seem super comfortable, so I might labor in them. I got a black one and the green one. These were like 12 bucks at TJ Maxx. And I don't know if I'm gonna wear all this stuff. I just probably overpacking a little bit. I have some pajamas that I'm gonna bring. Basically bought a few sizes up just so that they're nice and comfortable. It'll be a good thing post birth to just kind of hang out in the room in. So again, super lightweight, easy to unbutton here for skin to skin and breastfeeding, which is my goal, my hope. I pray that everything goes very smoothly there. I also have this little onesie as well, which honestly, I don't think I'm actually gonna wear that. So let's get into the snacks. So labor can be long, right? And it most likely will be for me, especially as a first-time mom. So I've got some protein bars with me. I've got an Aloha bar. I love, love, love this Mezcla Japanese matcha vanilla bar. I've got some nuts. These are baru nuts, good source of protein and fiber. So some of these things will just be nice to have like post-birth as well, for some replenishment. More Aloha bars. This is the salted caramel flavor, which is hands down my favorite. I've got lots of dried fruit. So this will be like a really nice, easy energy source. Basically just trying to look for quick, easy to digest carbohydrates. So this is some dried pineapple and then some dried jackfruit. These are by the brand, it's a woman-owned company, Snacks on Purpose. So you can check them out. Very simple ingredients, pineapple and coconut, jackfruit, lime, and ginger. Another bag that has more snacks in it, because you never know. You never know what I'm gonna be in the mood for. I've got some crackers, gluten-free crackers, if I'm craving something like crunchy, salty, something plain, especially if I'm dealing with nausea. I have a random instant oatmeal packet. maybe post-birth prep. I've got some bone broth protein powder because this is kind of like my standard routine. So this might be something that's nice to drink during birth or after birth. Rich in minerals. I put it in a little separate Ziploc bag, but this is the Paleo Valley brand that I drink every morning. These little guys, I showed you guys these in the beginning in like the first trimester. These are just little kind of candies that are sour. And I figured it might be nice, especially during labor, maybe just to like have something in my mouth that's sour, distracting. I've got some trail mix. I'm sure Jordan will be stealing a lot of these too. Some trail mix, brought some electrolytes. So this is the Redmond electrolyte brand. Again, Ziploc baggie because I'm still using a lot of these things every day, so I couldn't bring the whole package. 88 Acres protein bar, another Aloha bar. If there's anything I'm taking seriously, it is proper fueling, which makes sense, right? Because I'm a dietitian. And then I've got some of my grass-fed organ complex in just a little carrier pill thing. Grass-fed organ complex is rich in iron and minerals, B vitamins. I'm taking that all pregnancy, but it's going to be very important, especially postpartum. Replenishing minerals, helping with my mood and hormone balance postpartum is going to be really important. Deodorant wipes. I know they have a shower there and everything like that, but these are the EO Refreshing Calming French Lavender. And maybe if I need to just like freshen up and I'm not able to get up or whatever, these are always nice to have on hand. I always like keeping these in my purse when I travel as well. Extra nursing bras just to have on hand. And then we've got our little outfit for the baby. So again, it's gender neutral. So I've got this little blanket, the super soft blanket, which then we're gonna have, oh my gosh, I can't look at these clothes without like wanting to cry. They're so cute. It goes with this little shirt. It comes with some mittens. And then in case it's a girl, we have a little headband that we can put on there as well. Like hair ties, stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Trying not to go overboard. Typically I would think that we would want to bring our own meals, but we're actually delivering at a hospital next to a Whole Foods. So I do like the convenience of having a Whole Foods right next to our hospital. So that's pretty much it. That's my update. We are just praying for a smooth delivery and a healthy baby. That is the ultimate goal with all the plans that we have made. The number one thing that matters to us is that the baby is healthy, that I am healthy, and that Jordan and I get to have our best experience as first-time parents. So any questions that you guys have below, happy to answer anything. If there's something that I forgot to link or you have questions about, please let me know. But hopefully the next time I see you, I will be holding a baby in my arms.